Hey guys, it's Raven Scry here with you today, exploring a bit of nature. Just moving away from the city um, this morning and into just the beautiful surrounds of nature. So nice. And this is interesting, this spot, because it's within rocks, in between the rocks. But there's a very much of a feeling here that is just like the frequency changes. The frequency changes, and there's just this kind of sense of stillness, sense of relaxation held within the rock faces. It's quite a nice spot. So what I'd like to do today is just sit here with the rocks, with the earth, and connect in with spirit and give some messages and just see whatever it is that they wish to kind of share, whatever it may be, and say hi, say hi to you all. It's been a little while. When I've been connecting in this type of way. I know I haven't been around a lot, but I'm here today, and I'm just walking up here to try and find myself a little spot that I feel is a good spot. And I've got to mind all the kangaroo poo because there's a lot of it, because there's a lot of kangas that live around here. Oh dear, this spot looks a little bit bush bashy. Maybe should I climb up there? What do you think? Climb up. Whoop. Oh, better not slip over here. Oh, okay. Let's go around this way. I'm taking you with me. Oh, I love these bits of the right near the cliff rock walls. It's just like it's very held. The resonance is just very held and very special. So here we are. I've plonked myself up here for today's reading. And yeah, it's a pretty nice vibe. Sometimes words, like, okay, I go for words, and I'm like, but where are the words? It's so much about the space and the space within the words, in between the words. Yeah, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to connect in with spirit and bring through some messages and just see what it is they want to share or talk about. And when I do this, it's always I don't really have any clue of who's going to come through, how it's going to come through, whether it will be people who have passed or whether it's sort of higher dimensional beings that will wish to talk, and whether it's messages, whether it's whatever it is. But my intention is to share whatever's needed today for people listening. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's open up to spirit now. Open up to the grandness of spirit, the spirit realm, the universal realm. Build into a state to be prepared and ready for the communication today. And I'm going to put out intention for a communicator to come through, to speak today, to give insight about something, just allowing them to come forward today. Okay, I sense a woman. She's coming quite close. Just going to allow her energy to blend a little bit more. Now, she points out into the community, but I feel as though some of these messages will be for, whoever is listening, and they may be directed at one person, but they can certainly be heard and felt for many people. It's the nature of messages from spirit, they run through in different ways. So, yeah, if it resonates, it's certainly meant for you. But she's talking about a transition coming. This woman is, she presents as someone who has lived longer hair, and I will just talk a little bit about her. Do we want to talk a little bit about you, or should we just go straight into the messages? Because it's just kind of have a little bit of a connection conversation here. I feel like she just wants to go straight in, actually. She's pointing out there big transitions coming for you very soon. Now, it's like she points to several things going on in your life at the moment. It's spread very thin. There's energy put over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. It's like five streams of energy, and 5 points of energy where you're putting your attention. But you've got to make a choice which way to go, and what to really focus in on, what to really get the magnifying glass out and start to really get deeper into. Because it's like we stay at a far from certain things, and we've only got so much energy to put into a certain amount of things. So this sense of being spread thin, but it's like a time to choose and a time to walk the path forward with strength, with conviction. And it's something that you've always wanted to do. It's like something that you've always had a lot of excitement about, insight about, and knowing. It's a sense of purpose of why you're here. It's why you're here. Have you lost the sense of why you're here on the planet? Soul's purpose. It's not about, it's not about having to do anything or, having to be putting your energy over here before you can put it over here. It's about the center point of you in this moment. Why are you here? Stop making excuses. There's no time for excuses, is what this woman's saying. Chop, chop, She's like, get to work, move on, move forward. It's time. Stop making excuses. You'll be better for it. But she points out that it's actually not an easy thing to do, to be making this choice, to be stepping forward into this choice, because it's one point and you can feel like there's so many, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, but I could choose this, and it's like fragmented. But passion in all areas. It's like, I like this, I like that. It's an overwhelm. And she shows that the more you come into yourself, the more you center back into yourself, the path forward will seem extremely clear. And everything else will just fall away. And everything else that doesn't serve, all the reasoning why you're doing what you're doing, that doesn't serve, will just fall away, and you'll be left with authentic self. Now, that may be challenging in a way because there can be a sense around what's left that is difficult to face, because it's like you're facing your center, you're facing your whole self, you're facing the reason you've come to Earth. It's not a small thing. No, it's a big, beautiful thing. So it's like facing that may be challenging, may be amazing, and feel like, oh, thank God I've come home, But it may be challenging, is what she's wanting to impress here. And she's saying too, it's between two things. She's going this and that, and this and that. It's like she showed many things, but now it's between two things. And it's as if you're like cutting away, and the way that she shows it is like cutting away and pruning the branches of a tree. And I want to say that this pruning is a big pruning. It's like we're pruning the tree right back into a very, very, it feels to be a very original state is the word that's coming through, but they're showing it to me in teenage years. So it's like something that you knew very strongly in the teenage years. But they've pruned this tree back into teenage years here. And so there's really no leaves. It's just left with like a trunk and something, another branch coming off the trunk. So there's really only two here. It's been pruned right back. So preparations for this new growth coming in, and it may feel a bit bare, this pruning, and it may feel like, whoa, I'm a bit exposed, and I'm a bit like, am I going to be all right here in this state? Exposure and new, experiencing things new and with fresh awareness, but original awareness of like, I'm back here. And it's not that I'm back here and we're repeating something. I'm back here and we're going for another round with more insight and more presence and more consciousness moving forward. So it feels like quite a powerful message this woman wants to share here today. And I'm just going to ask, is there anything more that she wants to share around this? She's talking about, you're doing well though. Like she's encouraging and excited, it's like she's not trying to be negative or trying to be challenging, even though she is being, but she's like, you're doing terrifically, you're doing well, keep going, keep moving forward with this evolution of you, because you'll see what's just on the other side, and it's quite amazing. So just stay with it, and don't be afraid to begin again. Don't be afraid to allow the pruning of this tree to be cut back right to its origin of source, to be exposed, to be seen, to grow for what it is in its new energy and new life force. I want to thank this woman today for working with us, and I ask her now to move back, to step back. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there for our message today. I feel like it's a strong one. I feel like there's certainly a honing and a fine tuning taking place here within the community and within people's paths. It's like what your calling is feels really important at this moment in time to get focused. The focus is so important. It's such key. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, my friends, I'm actually going to head over to Patreon and see if there's any more to come through around that, or see if there's any other messages that want to come through for you all today, because, yeah, it feels like there may be a little bit more for us to move into. So blessings to you all, and I will see you again very soon. Ravenscry signing off.